Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Wednesday the 2nd of the 6th, 2021. Time is 0440 GMT, Asian session coming to close, European session firing up, our lunchtime, North American session. Right, yesterday, Tuesday the 1st then, we had a negative opposed driver in the pound at minus 179, front and back door flows, mainly going into the yen at plus 121, into the dollar at plus 66, and the euro was the negative rock at minus 8, activity plus or minus 187. Intra-week then, this is from Monday open to about 15 minutes ago, we've got a negative opposed driver in the pound again, minus 108. Front and back door flows, mainly going into the yen at plus 81, into the euro at plus 52, and the dollar was the negative rock at minus 25, activity plus or minus 133. And finally then intraday, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago, we've got a negative opposed driver in the yen at minus 77, front and back door flows. We've got joint mover and secondary driver here with the euro and the pound at plus 44, and we've got a negative rock at minus 11 on the dollar, activity plus or minus 88. What's been knocking it about, or going to knock it about? Well, we've had positive AUD GDP, and we've got German retail sales today. Tomorrow we've got AUD trade balance, ADP report, which is the precursor to the NFP, often viewed as, BOE Bank of England monetary report, and governor's speech on Thursday tomorrow. News of note then, the AUD, we've got extra lockdowns in Australia, and they've also, the Reserve Bank of Australia, the RBA, has been sort of mentioning asset purchases, which are effectively would be a sort of a taper on the AUD. So that's what's going on there. So let's just look what's been happening in the flows. Our trades have come back a little bit. We're about plus 2,200. We were plus 2,400. The market's messing about at the moment, just for a change. So anyway, let's have a look at the flows. So we've got the euro, which is strong, except against the AUD and the NZD. The yen is weak across the board. The pound is strong, except against the euro, the AUD, and the NZD. The Swiss is weak, except against the yen. The CAD is weak, except against the yen, the Swiss, and the dollar. The AUD is strong across the board. The NZD is strong, except against the AUD. And the dollar is weak, except against the yen and the Swiss. So what have we got? We've got AUD strength, we've got yen weakness. Take the pick in the middle. It sort of looks like these are risk on flows basically. So unless it swings around later in the Asian session, you're looking at a good pump in risk assets, equities, commodities, etc. So, right, what else have we got? Right, we've got asset classes. So we've got US dollar index. Basically looks something like that. It's at the lows 89.86. Gold Gold looks roughly like that. It's 0.2 from the high. Still not doing it. Oil's finally broken that top, but it's come back and it's now at the high, previous high. Wall Street's got this sort of, it's about 0.1 from the high. S&P had a double top and it's also about 0.1 from the high. The tech still hasn't done it. It's about 0.22 from the high. US 10-year. Remember we had that big spike on Friday, and it's stopped in the middle. Basically that's the price. So the yields are looking for direction, and the bond has got this sort of look about it. It's 0.45 from 0.45 from the floor. Right. What else we got? We got copper, which is about 0.28 from the high, and US steel sold off at the double top, basically also 0.28 from the high. Right, so let's just get rid of that and do the final analysis. So we're running into NFP. We've got a lot of data out this week. We've had a bit of a broken week with the holiday. We're still short USD, dollar against euro, pound, AUD, and we're short NZD against euro, pound, CAD, AUD. And the AUD NZD has finally had a bit of a pump off the back of the noise. We still feel so it's at the lows and it's pumped up a little bit. This pump is vulnerable because the sentiment is still negative on the AUD, given all the positive data, and yet they still aren't buying into this. So those late longs are vulnerable. We're going to be long AUD NZD at the minimums for a while. We've got the is it the trade balance? Where is it? Yes, trade balance tomorrow. That will probably put the icing on the cake. You may well see late longs getting stopped out before it takes off. So we're looking to be really feed into AUD, long AUD NZD, but maybe not just quite yet. So I hope that was useful. See you again tomorrow for the daily briefing. Thank you very much.